The Dental Brief is brought to you by Omni Premier Marketing and the amazing guests who bring wisdom and advice that you can put to use to take your business and practices to the next level. Find us on Facebook and join the conversation. Get ready to grow because we are kicking off the next episode in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Dental Brief. We have with us a very special guest today. Been around the dental industry for quite a while. We'll get into the details on that in just a moment. Jay Glazer, say hello.
How are you, audience?
I think they're doing
Thank
great.
you.
I hope they're doing great. They're listening to us. I think they're going to get some great information from this episode. Thanks for taking the time to come on. You got a lot of stuff.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you've got a lot of stuff going on in the dental industry. Tell me, how'd you get involved in this industry? How'd you get in the community?
That's a great question. I was in the nonprofit sector for 11 years. It was time to hang up the cleats and look for something new. And someone who I talked to, I would call it an advisor, consultant, one of these fellows that are like, 50 years old than you and have been through the ringer, life experiences, and you just talk to them about different ideas. And he connected me. I was living in Atlanta at the time, Atlanta. Sorry, I live in Baltimore now, so I have to say with a T. So I lived in Atlanta at the time, and he connected me with the VP of Marketing and Sales here at DC Dental, Crazy Dental, and the rest was history. Commuted for a year. Went back and forth, flew out every beginning of Sunday night because I try to be a loyal guy. I work, I'm here Monday every morning on time. And then I got to December. I'm like, heck with this. I'm not doing this anymore. So I started flying out Monday morning, and I would leave Thursday night. Worked home for Friday. And this was before COVID. Now COVID, nobody works at the office anymore. I shouldn't say nobody, but it's like common when someone says, "Oh, they don't work from home." Like those days it was a lot less popular to work from home for a day or 2 or 3 weeks, unless you work for the government. But so that's how I got in. I started out as a rep on the DC side, and hustled. Spent I don't know maybe 70 to 100 phone calls a day. Spent almost my entire day just, kicking tires. And thank God I built a book of business. And then the company decided, they said, hey, this guy's a hunter. So we're going to move him to the crazy side. And I became a biz dev guy on the crazy dental side. And then, I started meeting people that wouldn't fit the crazy dental model. So we sent them over to DC. So I became like the biz dev guy for the company. And as the company grows, so does my stomach and so does our business. And that's good. Thank God.
Yeah. So crazydentalprices.com is a website I want people to check out. But let's talk a little bit about problems and issues, right? And solving those problems and issues, right? I know the shortcut to this is you're going to want to say, hey, check out our website, sign up. All your dreams will come true. But we can get there toward the end. But tell me,
Sure.
What are some problems that you see dentists that are having right now in your area of expertise and what you do? What are some of the challenges that they're facing?
I think supply chain was an issue. I think it's drying up. I think it's getting better now, and people wanted their stuff. There are still some out of China, and there's some actually here in the United States. We have some stuff we make here in the United States that there's still a challenge in getting stuff. But I think the biggest issue they're having right now is staffing. I think that's what I say. I think that's their biggest challenge. I think we see it from our end where the people ordering, you'll have someone who orders, 1 month, the next month it's someone else, the next month it's another person, and if they want to switch over to us, they'll be like, we want to switch over, but the person that does it is not here or is leaving or only comes in, twice a month. It's becoming like it's becoming the norm. And you talk to people that have these websites, for staffing, in dental. It's just listening to their horror stories. It's pretty crazy. So I think that to me today is the biggest issue. I think in general the technology is growing, it's getting better. I think you have people that are moving away from certain supplies and they're just going ahead using technological advancement on machines or scanners or whatever. I think it's good. So that's from the sales guys. There's a lot of products maybe that they used to sell that are very unpopular. Although film for some reason is still a top 10, which is very surprising.
Sure.
And I think also dentist staffing is one issue. Another issue is it's staying competitive in the market when you have DSO world is booming and the GPOs and the manufacturers don't like it because they feel they can be making a lot more money. But at the same time, you have the solo practitioner, the one that has 1, 2, 3 offices. They're trying to find a way to make it, and they can. It's doable. It's not like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. But that's that. I think that's a challenge that they see, and they shouldn't let it bother them though.
Let's let's talk about the staffing thing for just a little bit.
Sure.
It is obviously an issue. We've had a lot of people on our show that have come on and talked about, well, here's how you hire, here's how you keep people, right? So there's
Yeah.
always the long term fix, right? The big fix there. We've also had people that come on the show are like, hey, just learn to run with less people, right? So maybe outsource this in your practice, or outsource this, or
Right.
use software to take care of these
Right.
issues for you. I think there are people that are losing their jobs in this country because of things like AI, right, and automation. There's
Yep.
also automation is finding its way into businesses where they have gaps that need to be filled in employment. So let's talk a little bit about dental supplies and staffing. So when you've got a constant issue there, there's got to be a way to fix this. I mean, there has to be a way to almost automate your dental supplies so that you really don't need that person when someone comes or someone goes or doesn't show up or forgets to hit submit on an order. Those supplies that you need are still coming in. What's the hack to that, Jay? There's got to be a way to fix it.
It's a great question. So I think that's all. It's all personalities. I think it depends on who's really running the show in the office. If it's the doctor, if it's an office manager, if it's a hygienist or an assistant that's ordering. Today, with using AI, but even before AI, most websites will have a cart, similar to Amazon, where you can just fill up, or by us in Crazy Dental, if you send us your invoices, we'll just upload your products onto a wish list. So you just go, more or less what you need, change the quantity, done. It's signed, sealed, delivered. There are companies now, and we do this as well. We have subscriptions, so you know more or less what you need when, and it's automatic. And if it's not automated, then there are some times where you have someone calls in and says they have an emergency, and they need some sort of cement or bond or whatever, and you need an instrument that you just don't have, because and those things that happens. You just quickly go online, order it, and done. But I think the subscription model, sorry, is an avenue that people should start using and taking advantage of. And companies such as ours at Crazy Dental, we're just guaranteed to be the least expensive. It's easy. You don't have to. Some people, it's like I said, it's personality. Some people love to just open up, 18 windows on their bar, and they check every single item. Can I save 30 cents here and 18 cents there and $1.50 here and $4 here? And those types of people, you can't change their personality. That's just that's how they
Sure.
are. And I have that all the time. I try to be, somewhat approachable, especially on social media, my phone, whatever. And like, well, I found this here for 84 cents. People do that, and in my mind, I'm like, okay, sure, because that's our job. But and I'm thinking in the background, in my head, I'm like, dude, you could have sat in take care of your patient in the chair, and or spend time trying to bring in another patient, and you can making hundreds, thousands, whatever it is, instead of worrying about 84 cents. And
Right.
for us, it's good because we have the price. We go ahead, we look at all our competitors' pricing, we make sure we're the least expensive. So we do that for you. But like, you're so worried about these little things. Just to me, it's mind-boggling. But everybody's different personalities. And some people are like, I don't care. I focus on the patient, focus on the chair, just get your orders in and done. And some
Yeah.
people like when a rep comes to their door, knocks on the door, and talks to them, and offers them this and that, whether it's legal or not. We're never getting into that. But it offers this and offers that, and they like that. That's what they're used to. They don't want to have to sit there going online, trying to figure out the images don't match. What is this? The house brand's different. They don't want to deal with that. I like my guy, gal that comes in, they take care of me. I'm done. Even though I'm paying an extra 10, 15, 20, 30,000 a year, I don't care. I want it to be done. So there's different ways, and I see that some dentists have a business mind, and some of them are artists or technicians, and they focus on the chair, and everybody's different. And we at our company, we try to have different models. We have the rep model, we have the just go online and least expensive model. We do we spend a lot of time on marketplaces now, where people like to you can list different vendors, different distributors, and find out who's the least expensive and just buy whichever's on there and done. So we try to be, even though as a kid growing up, they always say you can't pay everything to everybody. We try to do the best that we can to offer that. And everyone's different. Everyone's different. If it was me, I would just designate one person and say, this is your job, take care of it. And I trust that you're gonna make sure that I have the best interest. And you have to give them something that'll make it their priority to make sure that the doctor is not throwing away money.
Sure.
Because some of them care and some of them don't.
Right.
They're like, and doctors, and sometimes they're right. They say like, I can't deal with it. That's their job. And they're right. They want to focus. There's so many things going on in an office. And
Jay,
you
what
got
are
to
some
stay
of the
focused.
big what are some of the big pitfalls? What are some of the major mistakes people do when it comes to ordering? And maybe we try to stay away from the price part of it here, right? A lot
Yes.
of people are
Sure.
overpaying.
Yes.
That's obviously an issue. I think we're all aware of that. But what are some major mistakes that people make when it comes to ordering?
Either, it sounds funny, but either order too many of a product or too little of a product.
Yeah,
If they would spend a few minutes, I know we want to stay away from price, but if they would spend a few minutes, very often, and we're friends with all of our manufacturers, but very often you could buy a product that's exactly the same, maybe as a house brand or a different manufacturer. It's the same product, and you can get a better deal on it. But people are used to. I'll give you an example. Cavi wipes. Everybody loves Cavi wipes because Kerr, that used to be Ducks. They just give it to the universities for free because they know people are going to use it. There are wipes out there that are better than Cavi wipes. That are use the word safer, but are healthier. That are better for your chair. That won't ruin your chair. They're out there. But sometimes you just have to be educated a little bit. Everyone's going to tell you when they come to our office here and they line up. Our bond is better because we have this in our bond. Our cement is better, and then the next day the next company comes and says ours is better because that's the same, right. So sometimes I would say there's two ways to look at this. Some people say it works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And there are other people
sure,
say, like, I'm open to some new ideas. Like let me see what else is out there. And I think it's worth a couple times a year just to read up on it, and see maybe there's another product out there that's gonna that's a better product. That's maybe not what I used in school, or not what my previous doctor used, or not what my assistant hygienist likes to use, and that'll be better for me. It's worth being educated on these things. I wouldn't say just can constantly switch and change around what you're using. If it works, don't if it don't broken, don't fix it. But it's worth, I think, looking around a little bit. And there's always new things coming out, always. And a lot of times I see doctors like, "What's it? What happened? I like that item." Like, yeah, it's been gone for whatever. So sometimes it's worth just I'm not saying you have to do CE and spend an hour to listen about one person's product, but just
right,
once in a while with the AI, like you mentioned earlier, or just Google it and say, like, I'm using this. Is there another product that's similar to this out there? Just be open to understanding. There are some new products out there. It's worth considering. Don't wait for your rep to come in and say, "Oh, you're using my product now, so this is the new and updated version." We sell over 170 manufacturers products, so it's where there's options out there. There's opportunity out there, and I'm not even going into save yourself some money. I'm not even going there,
sure,
but
yeah,
you could do that also. But
right,
it's worth. Why why buy a certain even just disposables. Like just essentials. Like there's so many products that are exactly the same that are just as good, and like why are you so
right, yeah. So people that want to check out your company, go to crazydentalprices.com. What's a good way for someone to kind of dip their toe in and feel you guys out?
open up an account if they want. They could reach out to me and I can give them a special discount, and we could credit it to your podcast. Be happy to do that.
Awesome.
And the crazydentalprices.com, and then just say that you heard of us from. I guess you can use your name, your podcast, or you can
Yeah,
use.
just
We
throw a
could, you
dental
could
brief.
Yeah, for sure.
They're
We could
past
even
your
make a
fill.
we could even make a discount. I'm going to email them right now actually, and let's just do dental brief 10. We'll get
Perfect.
10% off. I'm going to tell them
Nice.
to do that right now, and then we could do that. That's that way we can give credit to where credit's due, and check us out. It's very simple. We do all the hard work for you. We'll make sure that we're the least expensive. We have a 110% guarantee. If you're worried, oh, it's such a pain to switch over, which it is, it's a pain. it's it's not easy because you're so accustomed to doing what you're doing.
Sure.
People are we're all creatures of habit, and no one wants to switch. But I can tell you, if you switch, you're going to say the doctor big bucks and make sure that the doctor gives you a bonus if you're not doing ordering, because we take all of our competitors' pricing and line it up, and we just charge the least expensive. And
Awesome.
we're nationwide. It's very simple. You can reach out. You can hit me up on Facebook, Instagram. I'm trying to stay away from TikTok, but it's just not going to happen. I know that's just where it's going.
Yeah.
And LinkedIn or whatever it is, Jay Glazer. Hook me. Just hit me up, and Twitter, whatever it is. And I'd be happy to help you guys out. And it's the guys who love what we do. We have an exceptional customer service out of Minnesota. So that's actually pretty close to you. It's not far from you guys up in the Northwest. I guess it's not really Northwest, Central North, whatever it's called
Yeah.
out there.
Central North. Yeah.
And
It's a good
there's just
14. It's a
nice.
good 14-hour drive. I've done it. It's a
Listen, I appreciate you guys having us. And like we have over 40,000 products, 46,000 products that we sell. And we're working our way up. People don't really hear us because they know the Shine, the Pattersons, the Benkos. We're close to being number 5 in the country now.
Wow.
So it was pretty soon. We're probably number 5 in the country. We would Shine, Benko, Shine, Patterson, Benko, Darby, and then us.
Awesome.
So Crazy Dental is it's a buying club, a free buying club under DC Dental, the umbrella of DC Dental. DC Dental has the reps. That's what we do our marketplaces at the SOs, and then Crazy Dental is just 1, 2, 3 offices, and we can move people around. We take care of people. We love what we do, and we're humans.
Awesome.
In the world of just automation, we're humans. So that's
perfect.
And you order today, and it ships same day. And you get your tracking at night, and done. And it's signed, sealed, delivered.
Yeah. I want to definitely have our audience check it out.
Thank you.
CrazyDentalPrices.com. Reach out to Jay. Take advantage of the discount Dental Brief 10.
Yeah, Dental Brief 10 for sure. And if it doesn't work, because it won't be active for probably another 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But just put it in the comment section. Say, hey, I heard the podcast with Patrick. The Dental Brief. Can you guys make sure that the 10% is and then it'll you just use it every order and done.
Awesome.
That's it. Simple as that.
Awesome.
Appreciate
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Make it crazy. Have a great summer. Thank you. I know in Colorado it's beautiful out there, so you guys don't really know. To you, winter is freezing, and summer is like gorgeous. For us, it's like sweating bullets outside. But we're not jealous. I'm just saying we're not jealous. We're just not jealous.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Jay. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Patrick. Thank you very much. Thanks for all you do for the dental community.